Oi! I wanted to make a video about my Moog, or Moog. I'm gonna call it a Moog, I don't care. Or Moog. Sorry, they call it Moog, Moog, whatever. I've had different pronunciations of it. It says Moog. I mean, that's what it says. It says Moog. So, anyway, this is my Subsequent 37. Moog Subsequent 37 that I've had for 2 years now. And, well, a little, actually over 2 years. So, say, yeah, 2 years, 2.5 years. I love this thing. Didn't really know what I was getting when I bought the dang thing. I mean, I had watched a lot of videos on YouTube about this wonderful machine here. And, yeah, I'd spent lots of time, you know, drooling over and listening to the sounds of the Mini Moog. And watched a lot of videos on the Mini Moog too. But when I started to watch the videos about this and the sounds that it has and what you can actually do with it compared to the Mini Moog, it does pretty much everything the Mini Moog does and a whole lot more. So I don't know all the specs on the Mini Moog. I'd have to watch a video again on that because, like I said, I got into this one so much, and because it's basically like the grandmother and the Mini Moog together, and so you have all those options. Plus, it has its own little everything about it. I mean, everybody that knows about this has probably already watched videos, and so this is nothing new to them. I don't really even know everything about this thing yet. I do love it. I love the sounds it makes. I love the fact that it's all hands on, and that's my favorite part about it. I've never hooked this into the MIDI yet. I've never used it like that. I've never hooked it to a computer. Never had to do that. Never wanted to do it yet. So anyway, yeah, it's got your. This is all your digital section right here. Well, just up in here, and you can control it with all this stuff. It could be your cursor too. You know, you just go up and down when you want to select something. Say you want cursor, and you can just use. You know. So I mean, it's got different shit. Um, Turn that cursor off now. So yeah, I have funny sounds that I've made on it already. So there's two of them. That's a coont sound. Let's see if I can get it on a melody suppressor here. So I run my Moog into my Yamaha. Yes, anybody know about this thing? It is the psrE463. Now I might trade this in for something, or I'll just keep it. Whatever. I love this thing. I want a workstation though, but I mean this thing is. Tell you what, the piano sound on this thing. It's one of my preset sounds on the piano. It's a grand piano, but I got some presets on it. As you could tweak everything over here. I love about this thing, as you have all of this. Oh, let me get rid of that light too much there. Yeah, you have all of this, all these options. So that DSP really gives you a nice different tone. Take it there. So you get some shit like that. But yeah, it's a fucking. this thing. So yeah, yeah, you can make your own sounds. I love that sound. This is just one I was screwing around with. Gotta love it. Just change your sounds all up, you know. That got me a little funky tune on it. Gotta love them low ends. Oh yeah, I need to get that really low. Get some. I love that too. How the filter has a control. Can make a nice bass, you know. Cool ass bass tunes. Just by tweaking the filter. But yeah, this thing is amazing. I could go all day up making a video about this thing, but I'll just like to say that I love it. If you want to get one, get one. I mean, here's the specs. Like I said, you got your digital section. Sorry, the light sucks. So your appreciator is a really nice freaking section here because you have so much damn control. You can invert your sequence. You can back and forth it. You can change all the timings on it. You could set, I mean, multiple. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. I never, like I said, when I bought this, I didn't know all the shit that it did. I just liked the sounds of it and the sequencing that it did. So it's a 64 step sequencer. So you have 64, you know, notes in there. Um, and then you can latch shit on. I mean, there's just so much you can do. Yeah, up and down, patterns, random order. You can just everything. And then you have your. I love your mod. You got one. You got a mod 1 and 2 on this. So, and each one has its own selection of. You have 5 different. You know, you have your sawtooth. You got your square. You got your pulse waves. You got all that, and then you got your awesome freaking. You see that the PGM there. So that shit is, I don't even know what it is, but it sounds good to me. And then these 3 buttons below that, I mess with them a little bit, but I'm not really sure about how to work it in as much. So I'm still learning the mod section of this damn thing. I always mess with the pitch and the filter. I still know how to do that, and the oscillators, how to turn the oscillators on and off, and down here on the VCA levels and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's all good, man. I mean, it's all knobs and it's all really easy to work. So both them sections are identical. So you get to this section here with the frequency and the beat frequency. That's really fun to mess with. And you can put it on duo mode. And over here is your oscillator section. So you have 2 oscillators with pretty much the same amount. You got 4 different wave patterns and 4 different octaves. And yeah, you can hard sync that shit so you can run it. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. Well, here's the mixer section. So that's the oscillators. Those are your oscillators right there. And you got your sub. That's why the sub oscillator is in sync with oscillator one, just at a lower pitch, an octave lower. But man, it gives it so much depth. And then you like mess with oscillator two a lot. Got your noise, got your white noise filter, and then this controls the whole section. And then you got your main filter right there. Love that one. And the controls for that. And then over here is the section that is really awesome for this, because even the matriarch doesn't have like this kind of control on it. The matriarch does have a lot of better controls from patch. You can patch the shit in, but this is just right hands on, no patching involved. Everything's here that you need with the touch of a button. And so there you go. There's my video on the Moog Subsequent 37 and a slight on the Yamaha psrE463. But yeah, I mean, I bought this. They were $1,500. Now they're about $2,000. So I mean, shit. It was good of me to buy it when it came out. Actually, I bought it 3 years after it come out. So yeah. So yeah. My next step is to get me a matriarch, just to make this whole thing complete. That'll be pretty much all I really want now that I'm thinking about. I'm an amateur keyboard player, getting better at it. I can play stuff, and I know what I'm doing. I'm creating songs. That's what I wanted to do. So this setup right here is really nice. I mean, it's weird because the Yamaha is just about $300, and that thing was 1,500. So you get a big price difference. But dang, that Yamaha is really worth the money. I mean, I recommend them for sure. If you're a beginner, man, get one of them because they just sound so great. And when I was starting out, I had Casio, pieces of crap that didn't sound so great. But Yamahas always did have a really good sound, and I've always stick with them. Yeah, I tried out Roland. I'm not going to say any bad things about Roland, but just wasn't my tone, And these two right here sound really good together. So, I mean, a higher end Yamaha would be even better, but this is great. So, yeah, Moog, Yamaha, dig it.